The Book of Numbers, Journey, Rebellion, and God's Faithfulness. The Book of Numbers, the fourth book of the Bible, continues the story of Israel's journey from Mount Sinai to the edge of the Promised Land. Its name comes from the two censuses taken of the Israelite people, once at the beginning and again near the end. Yet Numbers is far more than a list of statistics. It is a dramatic and deeply human narrative about faith, failure, and God's unchanging promise. At the start of Numbers, the Israelites are still at Mount Sinai, where they have received God's laws and constructed the tabernacle. God commands Moses to take a census of all the men able to fight as the nation prepares to enter Canaan. The tribes are arranged around the tabernacle, and the Levites are given specific duties regarding worship and the care of the holy sanctuary. Soon after, the Israelites begin their journey through the wilderness. Although they are led by the visible presence of God through a cloud by day and fire by night, the people quickly begin to grumble and rebel. They complain about food, question Moses' leadership, and long for Egypt. In one key incident, Miriam and Aaron challenge Moses' authority, and God defends Moses by striking Miriam with leprosy, which he later heals. A pivotal moment occurs when 12 spies are sent to scout the land of Canaan. 10 return with a fearful report, saying the land is full of giants and impossible to conquer. Only Joshua and Caleb trust God's promise. Because of the people's lack of faith, God sentences the nation to wander in the wilderness for 40 years, 1 year for each day the spies were in Canaan, until the faithless generation dies out. Throughout their journey, the people continue to sin, rebelling against Moses, doubting God, and complaining again and again. In one event, Korah leads a rebellion against Moses and Aaron, and God dramatically punishes the rebels. In another, Moses himself disobeys God by striking a rock instead of speaking to it, causing him to be barred from entering the Promised Land. Despite Israel's repeated failures, God remains faithful. He provides food, water, protection, and guidance. He even turns a curse into a blessing through Balaam, a pagan prophet hired to curse Israel but compelled by God to speak blessings instead. Numbers ends with a new census, showing a new generation ready to enter Canaan. As they camp near the Jordan River, God gives further laws and instructions for conquering and settling the land. In summary, the Book of Numbers is a story of human weakness and divine faithfulness. Despite Israel's rebellion, God's promise to bring them to the Promised Land endures. The book teaches that faith and obedience are necessary for blessing, but even in failure, God's grace continues.